Archangel Michael says, the atmosphere tonight carries a weight that cannot be ignored. Shadows of truth are pushing against the walls of silence, demanding to be released. Your sister has been hiding something that will no longer stay hidden. The energy around you is trembling with revelations, as if the universe itself is preparing to break open a sealed chamber of secrets. For so long, things have been disguised under careful lies, but tonight is the breaking point. The inheritance, the truth, the betrayal, it all collides in this very hour. You may feel restless without knowing why, but the pull you sense is divine intervention guiding you closer. The truth has been protected by chains of deception, but God is loosening those chains now. The silence she held onto so tightly is shattering. This is not coincidence, it is appointed. You were meant to hear this, to know this, and to be prepared for what explodes into the open. Your life is about to shift because of the words that will come out tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, your sister's hidden truth has traveled through whispers, concealed behind walls of denial. But the heavens see everything. What she tried to bury in secrecy is now surfacing like fire through cracks. For months, the inheritance was cloaked, wrapped in excuses, and bent into false stories. Yet the documents, the names, and the choices cannot be erased. The evidence is louder than her denial, and soon you will see it with your own eyes. There is a reason this moment is coming now, not before. Timing is divinely aligned, and heaven waited until you were strong enough to carry the truth. The storm rising tonight will finally clear the path. This revelation is not designed to break you but to free you. What she thought she could take away will return to your hands. What was stolen will come back multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The air is thick with anticipation, as though the night itself is holding its breath. The truth about the inheritance is not just about money, it carries the weight of destiny, legacy, and divine justice. This is why it feels so heavy. She knew that hiding it would create a fracture between bloodlines. She thought silence would protect her, but silence has betrayed her. Every lie is collapsing under its own weight tonight. There are unseen forces working in your favor. Hands from above are pulling open the curtain, revealing what was concealed. You are being positioned to reclaim what is rightfully yours. This unveiling will come suddenly. A message, a document, a confrontation, it does not matter the form, but it will arrive, and it will change everything. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel Michael says, the silence has been too long, and tonight it breaks apart. The hidden inheritance truth your sister buried deep will spill into the open like fire tearing through dry wood. No wall of lies can protect her anymore, because heaven's eyes have recorded everything. The tension around you is not imagination, it is the spiritual clash of exposure. For months, the truth fought against secrecy, waiting for the appointed moment. That moment has arrived, and what she feared most will finally rise. Her actions were cloaked with a smile that concealed betrayal. But the inheritance she locked away was never hers to decide alone. Destiny has its own justice, and now the balance is shifting back to you. Prepare yourself, because this night carries revelations that will strike like thunder. Once spoken, these truths cannot be undone, and they will change your path forever. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The words will come suddenly, perhaps in anger, perhaps in desperation. She may not even realize how much she is revealing until it is too late. But once truth escapes, it cannot be pulled back. You may remember small clues you once ignored. Odd expressions, unfinished sentences, sudden silence when inheritance was mentioned. These were cracks in her armor of secrecy. Tonight those cracks shatter completely. The inheritance you were kept from has power far beyond finances. It carries roots of your lineage, bonds of family, and echoes of promises made long ago. This is why heaven refuses to let deception continue. Even now, divine hands are guiding conversations, aligning events, and preparing you to hear what you could not before. This explosion of truth is unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Her heart has wrestled with guilt, yet greed overpowered her confessions. That greed poisoned her words, but guilt kept the truth trembling beneath her tongue. Tonight, guilt overpowers greed. The exposure is not only about the inheritance, it is about loyalty, betrayal, and your right to know what has been hidden. This revelation is both justice and awakening. You are being pushed into light. You will feel a strange calm after the storm. Because once truth is spoken, you will no longer doubt. You will finally understand what your spirit already sensed. Be prepared, because tonight you are stepping into alignment with destiny. The inheritance was always meant to find you, and no hand can stop it now. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Her voice will tremble as the truth breaks free, because secrets this heavy cannot be spoken lightly. The inheritance was guarded like a locked chest, but the key has always been in heaven's hand. Tonight that chest bursts open, spilling everything she never wanted you to see. You may not have expected the timing, but divine timing is never late. What is revealed will shock you, yet at the same time, it will confirm what your spirit already suspected. The truth will bring pain, but also liberation. She thought she could manipulate fate by hiding papers, twisting conversations, and delaying decisions. But fate belongs to God, not to her. Her schemes are dissolving under the fire of divine judgment. This night holds no escape for her secrets. The very walls will echo her confession, and the silence of years will be shattered into pieces. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The inheritance is not just wealth, it is a bridge to your purpose. By hiding it, she tried to cut off your destiny, but she failed. What belongs to you cannot be stolen forever. You will notice the shift in energy the moment it begins. A conversation will open, or a revelation will fall into your lap, and suddenly everything aligns. What was once hidden becomes crystal clear. Her hidden truth will spill like water flooding through a broken dam. No matter how she tries to deny it afterward, the evidence will be undeniable. Her silence can no longer hold back justice. Prepare your heart, because you will not just hear the truth, you will feel the release. Every weight she placed on you will lift, and your spirit will rise with strength. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, Heaven does not expose without purpose. What is revealed tonight is meant to restore balance, to bring justice where injustice has lived too long. This is not random, it is divine order. The inheritance she locked away carried blessings that belong to your bloodline. By denying you, she denied the flow of legacy. Tonight, that flow begins again. She thought she was protecting herself by hiding it. But in truth, she chained her own soul with secrecy. Now, those chains are snapping one by one. You are stepping into a night of awakening. Every hidden word, every concealed paper, every whispered plan is surfacing before your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The silence that once protected her has turned against her. Every attempt she made to conceal the truth has become the very rope that ties her downfall. She cannot run from the light that is exposing her tonight. This inheritance explosion is not to destroy you, but to strengthen you. You will rise from this night with clarity, authority, and the power of truth. What once confused you will now make perfect sense. Your sister will feel the weight of her choices, and the truth she never wanted to share will burn her lips until it is spoken. She cannot hold it back anymore. Heaven is pressing her spirit. The night is loud with revelation. Pay attention, because every sign points to you reclaiming what is rightfully yours. Type Amen to get blessing 121. Her hands may tremble, her words may stumble, but the truth will force its way out. She cannot control it anymore, because the spiritual pressure is too strong. Tonight is the night when silence loses its grip. The inheritance she concealed holds more than financial weight, it carries spiritual alignment. By denying you, she disrupted the natural order, and that disruption has reached its end. Justice is unfolding in real time. You will feel the shift like a sudden wind against your spirit. One moment you may sense heaviness, and the next moment, a wave of clarity will break through. That is the signal, the hidden truth is breaking out. This night is not ordinary. It is charged with destiny, and every hidden conversation, every false word, every covered signature will rise to the surface. Type Amen to get blessing 232. She believed darkness could cover her actions forever, but no darkness is eternal. Light always finds its way, and tonight that light burns brighter than ever before. What was once buried has no place to hide. Do not be afraid of what you hear, for revelation is freedom. You were never meant to live blindfolded by deception. Heaven is removing the mask that covered your sister's face. When the truth is spoken, it will echo through your entire being. You will understand why certain events felt twisted, why peace seemed distant, and why suspicion always lingered. The answers are coming tonight. You are being elevated through this exposure. The inheritance is returning, but even greater is the authority you gain by truth being revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, what was stolen is returning multiplied. Every lie she spun becomes fuel for your victory. Every delay she caused becomes a testimony of your endurance. The hidden truth about the inheritance will feel like thunder breaking the night sky. Once it strikes, everything changes instantly. There is no turning back, no covering it again. You may feel shaken, but do not mistake this for weakness. This trembling is the release of energy long suppressed, and your spirit will rise stronger when the truth settles. Tonight is proof that heaven fights for you. Even when betrayal worked against you, divine justice was silently preparing this very moment. Type Amen to get blessing 454. Her confession may come through tears, or through anger, or even through someone else's words. The form does not matter. The result is the same. You will know everything she tried to hide. The inheritance carries history, promises, and the legacy of your family line. She tried to twist it for her gain, but the truth cannot be erased from heaven's record. That record is opening tonight. This revelation will create shockwaves in your family. Some will deny it, some will feel guilt, some will remain silent in fear, but none will escape its power. The exposure is too great. You stand in the center of this divine storm. And when the winds settle, you will be holding the blessing that was always yours. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Her silence is cracking like glass under pressure, and every hidden thought is spilling into the night. The inheritance she clung to with trembling fists is slipping from her grasp. Tonight, the truth is no longer negotiable, it is destiny. She may try to soften the blow with excuses, but excuses will not stand against what heaven has revealed. The lies will scatter like ashes in the wind. The weight of truth is far too heavy for her to carry any longer. You will feel your spirit lift as soon as the words leave her lips. The confusion, the frustration, the betrayal, all of it will begin to dissolve. Light will replace the shadows she planted around your life. This night is written in the stars. It is the night when everything hidden burns away, and only truth remains standing before you. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Do not be surprised if her face changes when she speaks. Relief and fear will fight across her expression. Relief because the burden of secrecy is finally over, and fear because her actions are being uncovered. You will see the truth not only in her words, but in her eyes. The inheritance has waited patiently, and heaven has watched every moment of delay. You were never abandoned, though it may have felt that way. The promise was only being preserved for this appointed night. The truth will arrive with force, like a storm tearing through barriers. No one will be able to pretend they did not hear it. Even silence will scream with exposure. And once it begins, the unraveling cannot be stopped. Every detail, every hidden choice, every unspoken deal will surface in rapid waves. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Archangel Michael says, the inheritance is not simply a matter of wealth, it is tied to your spiritual calling. This is why the enemy fought so hard to conceal it. But tonight, the enemy loses. You will see how heaven has orchestrated everything, even the delays, to strengthen your resolve. The unveiling is not late, it is perfectly timed. Nothing stolen can remain stolen forever. Your sister may tremble, but her trembling is the sound of chains breaking. What once bound her tongue is shattered by divine will. The truth is spilling freely now. Stand firm, because this night is yours. The inheritance is coming back into alignment with you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Every secret has an expiration date, and hers has arrived. What she thought was hidden forever is now unfolding in plain sight. Heaven has turned her silence into confession. This revelation will echo far beyond tonight. It will change conversations, shift relationships, and expose intentions you never saw clearly before. Nothing will remain the same after this. The inheritance will be placed back into your hands, but along with it comes wisdom. You will know who to trust, who to keep at distance, and who tried to deceive you. That wisdom is priceless. Tonight you are walking through fire, but when the flames clear, you will be stronger, wealthier, and more certain of your destiny than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Her words will not come softly, they will fall heavy like stones that have been waiting to drop. The hidden inheritance secret is too powerful to stay locked away any longer. Tonight it breaks through her lips whether she wishes it or not. She thought silence would protect her, but silence has turned into a storm. Every time she covered the truth, the fire inside grew hotter. Now the flames are bursting out, consuming the lies. The inheritance itself carries a vibration of justice. It calls out to you, refusing to be silenced. This is why you feel the stirring in your chest, you are sensing the release that has finally arrived. Nothing she does can stop this moment. The truth is too strong, and destiny will not wait any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. She may break down when it happens, her voice caught between confession and collapse. The guilt she has carried will no longer be bearable. Her tears may fall, but her words will fall louder. The inheritance was written into your life long before she touched it. It is not hers to hold, not hers to hide. The heavens are reclaiming it for you now. You will notice how everything feels lighter after this revelation. It is the release of chains that were tying down your spirit without your awareness. Freedom is rushing back into your life. And when the storm clears, you will stand taller, with clarity in your heart and truth in your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has waited for this night with precision. Every delay had a reason, every silence had a timing. But tonight, the appointed hour has come. Your sister cannot outrun what is written in the divine plan. She may resist, but resistance collapses under the weight of truth. Her secrets dissolve in the presence of light. The inheritance that belongs to you is not only restoration, it is vindication. Every doubt cast on you will be silenced, every lie spoken against you will fall away. You are stepping into a night that rewrites everything. The truth is rising, and with it, your rightful place is restored. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The atmosphere around you may feel charged, as though the air itself is alive. That is because heaven's hand is pressing down, ensuring the revelation cannot be delayed. Destiny is unfolding before your eyes. You may hear raised voices, see sudden messages, or be drawn into unexpected conversations. Pay attention, because these are the doors opening for truth to walk through. Nothing will block it now. The inheritance is coming back like a flood rushing through a broken dam. What she tried to hoard will scatter from her grip, and you will collect what belongs to you. And once you stand in that truth, you will never be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Her mask is slipping, and beneath it, the truth is trembling, ready to erupt. Tonight, no matter how she tries to compose herself, her spirit will not let her hide anymore. The inheritance secret is demanding to be spoken, and her lips will not resist much longer. She will feel cornered by the weight of her own choices. The guilt she swallowed for so long will rise in her throat like fire. She cannot suppress it, because heaven's judgment is pressing against her heart. The inheritance she kept from you is more than earthly value, it is part of your bloodline story. By denying it, she tried to erase a piece of who you are. That erasure is no longer permitted. Every hidden paper, every concealed word, every backroom decision is coming into the light tonight. Nothing can bury what heaven has already uncovered. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You will sense the shift before it happens, a strange stillness, followed by a rush of energy. That is the atmosphere rearranging itself for truth to enter. You may even feel chills as the revelation approaches. The silence in your family will not hold much longer. One voice will tremble, then another, until the entire chain of secrecy falls apart. The truth will echo in places you never thought it would reach. She believed that by hiding the inheritance, she could control destiny. But destiny is written by higher hands, and no manipulation can stand against it. Her plans are collapsing under their own weight. Tonight is the night when everything you suspected finally takes form before your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Archangel Michael says, do not fear the eruption of this truth. It may come suddenly, like lightning striking, but its purpose is freedom, not destruction. You are not losing, you are gaining what was always yours. Your sister's confession may come through anger, or through tears, or through accidental words that slip too far. No matter how it comes, it will carry the same power. It will set the record straight. The inheritance carries your name, your right, your destiny. Heaven is reclaiming it on your behalf. She cannot hold back what was divinely marked for you. Stand strong as the storm unfolds. You are not the one breaking, you are the one being restored. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Those who once sided with her will see the deception for what it was. Their eyes will open, and the weight of judgment will no longer fall on you. Instead, clarity will sweep the room. The inheritance will return with force, but along with it comes healing. Healing for your spirit, for your path, and for the wounds that secrecy carved in your heart. You are stepping into a night where heaven itself fights for your justice. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Her expression will shift between denial and surrender, because the weight of what she hid has grown unbearable. The night itself refuses to cooperate with secrecy, and every clock tick pushes her closer to confession. The inheritance truth moves like thunder across a quiet sky, ready to break. You stand at the edge of a turning point you did not chase, yet it found you with perfect accuracy. The alignment of events is too precise to be random, and the path opens with each breath you take. What belongs to you is walking home. The documents will not remain hidden, because heaven has already pulled them into the light. Every signature, every clause, every adjustment meant to erase you will fail under scrutiny. Truth is stronger than a forged narrative. Your spirit has been training for this hour, even in seasons when you felt forgotten. Endurance formed a crown on your head, and clarity now prepares a seat for your victory. You will see the arrangement unfold with power. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Her allies will feel the tremor first, because exposure shakes the ground under complicit feet. The story they rehearsed will crumble when a single fact refuses to obey the lie. What once sounded convincing will now sound hollow. You will not need to argue, because truth carries its own gravity. People will feel the pull of what is real, and their words will slowly turn in your direction. The room will lean toward you. Every attempt to delay will feel unnatural, like trying to stop a river with bare hands. The more they resist, the more obvious the current becomes. Flow overtakes obstruction. You remain still at the center, not passive but anchored. Strength is settled in your posture, and your peace becomes a testimony louder than noise. The inheritance answers to that peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The first admission may be small, a fragment tossed out to test the air. Yet fragments lead to the whole, and the whole cannot be restrained once it is named. The confession gathers itself like storm clouds pulling rain. You will remember moments when you doubted your intuition, and you will forgive yourself for not seeing sooner. Wisdom replaces regret, because insight arrives in appointed seasons. This is that season. The inheritance carries a key that fits doors you have not yet imagined. Access follows restoration, and opportunities begin to form around your name. New corridors unroll before your feet. Every step you take tonight is recorded as alignment rather than combat. You are not wrestling for scraps, you are receiving rightful portion. Grace writes the receipt. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Her voice may try to circle the truth, but the spiral always lands at the center. The center is your name, your right, your place in the story. Circles end where they should have started. The family line exhales as the cover lifts, because blood remembers what contracts forget. Legacy breathes again when truth returns to its path. Breath flows where it was blocked. You will feel a lifting in the chest that has nothing to do with winning an argument. It is the release of years that tried to teach you to expect less. Expectation rises to its true height. Those who stood aside will step forward with uneasy gratitude. Silence breaks allegiance to deception, and the room learns what courage sounds like. Your presence is the new standard. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Her explanations will shrink when faced with a timeline that refuses to bend. Dates tell the story she wanted erased, and the calendar becomes a witness. Time itself testifies. You will not chase apology, because apology arrives on its own legs when truth enters. It may not come perfectly, but it will still confirm the path. Confirmation outweighs performance. The inheritance reorders your plans, not by force but by invitation. You will see practical doors, necessary counsel, and honorable agreements. Order replaces chaos with gentle authority. Even the place you stand will feel different, because spaces carry memory. Tonight the memory changes from confusion to clarity. Rooms remember truth. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The light on this night is not soft, it is decisively kind. It reveals without humiliating you, and it convicts without destroying her soul. Justice and mercy share the same table. You will receive what was withheld without inheriting bitterness. Your heart expands to hold both truth and future. Expansion becomes your quiet strength. All the years that seemed dormant become seeds awakened by rain. Dormancy was not death, it was timing. Timing lifts the sprout through the soil. What returns to you returns clean, because it passes through fire on its way back. Ash falls off in the wind, and only substance remains in your hand. Substance travels well. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Friends who doubted your discernment will find themselves learning from your steadiness. They will watch how you hold the moment without gloating, and they will honor your restraint. Restraint is a royal garment. You will not need sharp words, because clarity is sharper and safer. It divides motive from truth with a single line. Lines protect futures. Her fear will ask for another delay, but delay is a language heaven no longer speaks over this matter. The conversation has moved to action. Action finalizes sentences. When the papers surface, they will fit like missing pieces you knew existed. The click of fit will echo in your spirit. Completion has a sound. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. The phone may ring at an unusual hour, or a message may arrive with a tone you recognize. Doors open with simple hinges. What is simple begins what is immense. You will answer with presence rather than haste, because you have nothing to prove. Presence is the proof. Proof rests, it does not scramble. She will glimpse the kindness she once misread as weakness, and it will unsettle her. Kindness has a spine she cannot bend. Spines stand when storms pass. The inheritance enters the room like a guest of honor, and the room adjusts its posture. Chairs straighten, voices soften, decisions align. Honor calls order to attention. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. You will hear your own voice and notice how it no longer wavers. It carries the tone of someone who knows the ground under their feet. Ground that holds does not bargain. The narrative that cast you as uncertain dissolves when evidence sits beside you. Evidence does not shout. It simply remains. Her second confession will be larger than the first, because truth speaks in increments that teach courage. Courage grows with each cleared sentence. Sentences complete chapters. By the time the chapter closes, the story has turned toward you without violence. Turning happens like dawn rather than like war. Light is enough. Type Amen to get blessing 2727.